Hey everyone, Doc Storm here with you today. So today what I want to show you is how you can get from 3,000 trophies from Legendary Arena and push beyond to 4,000 and perhaps further in trophies. So I'm going to show you the deck that I use to do that right here. You've probably seen this deck being played before. Now again, why I like this deck is it's nice and simple. The only legendary I use is the Princess. And also, to be honest guys, I feel like the log is gonna get nerfed sooner or later, so I might as well not rely on using the hog at this point, but continue using this deck here. So this deck runs pretty well right now with the current meta, especially at this range. As I said, 3,000 to 4,000 range. It's got most of the counters. I'm going to show you two decks that I'm kind of weak against. Usually decks like this I'm weak against Barbarians and Air Lava Hound. So I'll show you my play against those decks, okay? So let's go through this Lava Hound deck first right now. So as you guys know, the graveyard spell has been released, and the leak video has been pretty accurate in regards to what the graveyard does. So yeah, it felt like the information was quite correct there. So the opponent started with the Lava Hound, which is kind of a weird move. Usually, they don't reveal it right off the bat. So here, it's good that my Princess and Minion was on separate lanes, but my opponent did a very good job there, Arrow and Miner, to finish me off there. Now I'm just waiting for Lava Hound to burst and to kill the little guys with my Zap spell, which I did there. So far not too bad. So as you can see, the Ice Spear is very good for trades, especially for, like the giant minion there, and then also some other cards as well. They can freeze, mini P.E.K.K.A.s, which aren't used as often anymore compared to Barbs. But it's a good cycle card, and also it's very versatile. So here, I always like to do this, right? Use your leftover troops, because my opponent did already use the Zap spell. I went with my Goblins too, but you know what? He had a Fireball also, so that was kind of unexpected, because usually people don't pack 3 spells in one. Like, they don't have Arrow, Zap, and Fireball. So, you live and you learn. So the Princess is a secondary support, but she adds quite a bit of pressure. You can see here, it forces your opponents to play something to counter it, or else they'd be kind of screwed. So here are minions and my favorite Ice Spirit, and boom, almost got a knock there. So far, my opponent's playing pretty well here. Again, lays the Lava Hound, my Princess is out. Leaves me in a little bit of a hectic move here, because I can't rush that damaged lane. I want to save my cards to defend. So Princess at the back, right? And I need to protect my Princess, I know that. Because there's incoming Barbs and the Lava Hound burst, I really needed my Barbs at that time. The Hog is good because it acts as almost like a defense for my minions as well, just to finish the giant minion off. And pretty much my Princess here is going to save the day. So here, I know because they committed so much in the Lava Hound, I'm just going to go for an attack, hopefully take up a tower before time runs out. So as you can see here, guys, sometimes these games are like that. You don't aim to win like by a lot. You just need to time your wins properly. So here, for sure, my opponent would have taken that tower down, but that's what you have to do. You have to judge how much time you have left and what you're able to do, what your opponent is playing, and just try to do the best you can. So sometimes wins are like that. When you're up against decks that you're weak against, like Barbed and a Lava Hound, then sometimes you need to gauge it and then scratch that minor win there and get your trophy. So here I'm going to show you another deck that I faced here. So let's take a look at this one, because this one was a close match. So we're both playing Hog decks. I didn't have a mini P.E.K.K.A in rotation, so that left me kind of bad. So Hog, minions, and boom, again, Barbs, great counter for the Hog Rider because you're pretty much up by 5 elixir. But good thing I had my minions there just to damage some of the barbarians so it didn't hurt me as bad with the counter attack. And then again, Princess is great at the back. So you always try to put Princess further back now, guys, because with the log buff, a lot of people are using it and they can totally destroy your Princess if you leave them up. So try to put your Princess further back. That way it prevents you from getting killed by logs. So the Ice Spirit, level 10 common Ice Spirit, can take 1 hit from a level 8 Musketeer. So when you're playing this game, guys, keep things like that in mind. So here again, wait till the last second before I use the freeze to play the Hog. But good play by my opponent. I know I'm in for trouble now because he's going to go for a hefty counterattack. So here, I either Ice Spirit or mini P.E.K.K.A. For sure mini P.E.K.K.A first because priority, right? You want to make sure you put that damage down to the Hog as soon as possible. So the good thing is the Ice Wizard and the Miner both don't do too much damage. So that mitigate a lot of damage on the tower. So we're about even at this point. So sometimes when you play this game, you just have to be very patient. You almost have to wait till one of you slip. So hopefully the person that slips isn't you. So here again, we're both playing kind of defensively. So here I had no better play, so I went for an attack. Perhaps my opponent underestimated there a little bit, should have played the Barbs instead of the Bomber, but I knew why he played the Bomber was because he wanted to go for a counterattack. He didn't expect the freeze, which was a mistake on his end. So as I said, guys, sometimes it's just like that. You just play until one of you makes a mistake, just like, snooker and a lot of other sports, and then you have to capitalize on it. So again, my Hog is just a tank because I have 30 seconds left. It's almost like a decoy. It sends their troops back, and I have 2 princesses up, so they're doing a lot of splash damage. So again, I'm just stalling the game, pretty much. So again, I have to make sure I protect the other lane, right? I thought my Ice Spear was going to do it, but my opponent played a sap. Very well played. I should have played the free spell. Again, guys, sometimes you just have to capitalize on your opponent's mistake. The people that don't make mistakes or make little mistakes is what's going to win the game. So again, opponent's going to go for a hefty counterattack. So I'll have to make sure I defend this, right? So minions are great against a Bomber and Barb composite. And then here I'm trying to take out the Hog Rider. Perfect, because now I have a lot of troops left over for a counterattack. So again, Hog on the other side just to take some pressure off of my mini P.E.K.K.A rushing down the lane. And then here's Zap at the end just in case, they put Barbs or anything. And it also does a little bit of damage and a stun. So it's always good to make sure you play those spells at the last second you can. So that's how, you can grip the win sometimes. So again, guys, your deck isn't going to be best against everything. And you're going to have a lot of weaknesses and a lot of strengths in your deck. But a lot of times when you win games, it's not because your deck is better than the other person's deck, but how you capitalize on it, how you know your deck is very important. So guys, don't give up on your deck and keep playing your deck. So guys, this is part 1. I'm going to show you another deck that one of my clanmates is using that helped him push from 3,000s to 4,000 again. He uses the log, but again, next video I'm going to show you some replays and show you his deck so that you guys can maybe try those decks out. Because you know what, maybe you guys don't have those cards, maybe you have those cards, maybe it fits your playstyle. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope people that are trying to rush to the new trophy reset, which is at 4,000, get to 4,000 and start getting your legendary trophies again. So guys, good luck and clash on!